After writing and launching thousands of meta ads across multiple industries, I came to realize most ads fail because the script underneath is weak. I'm Bernhard from the agency and we shipped over 10,000 ads last year alone, and our work is tied to 5 million of ad spend across the last 2 years. In this video, I'll show you the exact script framework we use to write meta ads at scale and how you can apply it to your own ads immediately. And before we even starting, there is no new fancy copywriting tricks or viral hooks I'm gonna sell you. In 2026, winning meta ads follow a very specific structure. And if you get the structure right, the ad works across niches, products, and audiences. So what we're gonna do is basically look at one of our ads for one of our brands. So you can see we've been spending here 100K with over 600 purchases being attributed in Meta itself. Even more if you look at our attribution dashboard at the back end. It's in German, but I will go through it with you in English and also explain what's being said so you can understand it. And later on, I'm gonna show you the structure which you have to follow to just make banger UGCs yourself. So let's get straight into it basically. So let's start with the hook. So the hook says:
Also wisst ihr, was ich mir in meinen späten 20ern nicht mehr gefallen lasse? Unbequeme Schuhe und schlechte Qualität.
So in the hook she says, so you know what I won't tolerate anymore in my late 20s? Uncomfortable shoes and poor quality. What have we done here? So it poses, the hook poses, a rhetorical question that directly addresses a very specific target audience, people in their late 20s, adults, right? And a good hook must grab attention within the first 3 seconds, as we know, nothing new for you, by identifying with an age group and common problems, uncomfortable shoes. So we're trying to create some sort of relevance, right? So very, very important for the hook in general and your ads in general. And I'm gonna show it to you later on in the framework one more time. The most important part in 2026 and onwards is that you don't think in creative strategy, you start thinking in persona-based creative strategy, right? So the most important thing you have to start with is your research. You really have to understand who are you talking in your ad. So one thing I'm doing with my team is, if we look through the ad before we're sending it through to the clients, we really try to understand, is it understandable within the first 1, 2, 3 seconds who we're targeting? Right? So it really needs to be easily understood who is the target audience, who is the avatar. Are we talking to a single mother? Are we talking to a businesswoman? Are we talking to, I don't know, a guy who's 25, heartbroken and needs some attention? Whatever, you know what I mean, right? We really need to understand the avatar. I would go as further as say we need to understand the avatar better than they understand themselves, right? So this is the most important part, because based on Andromeda, Gem, and all those new LLM features in Meta and how the algorithm works, you need to diversify your ads. And we know based on Meta representatives that diversification happens through diverse messaging and through targeting new target audiences and personas. And for that, research is key. So this is the bare bone on what you need to do, right? So let's go into the next seconds.
Früher hatte ich Schuhe, die meine Haltung ruiniert haben. Und naja, meine Füße waren nicht immer die frischesten. Mein Verlobter hat's auch gemerkt.
We're coming to the second part, which is the problem, the pain points, all right? So she said, I used to have shoes that ruined my posture, and well, my feet weren't always the freshest. My fiance noticed it too, super embarrassing. So it describes past negative experiences like bad posture and foot odor, right? So it kind of builds empathy and relatability. And relatability and being native is so important in 2026. Really stop with those generic UGCs. So especially the mention of the fiance makes the problem human and very emotional, right? You feel ashamed, embarrassed. So people can actually relate to it. It's the number one thing we want to do, right? Talk about the problem and put the problem into a situation that people can relate to. And also, as you can see with the B-rolls, we're really trying to show the issues, and with the noise, with the music and the noise behind it. We really want to like emphasize the issue, the problems, showing it visually, and then also like speaking about it. Because the fact is, people understand images faster than they do voices, right? If they hear something. So it just like works for your brain much faster. So let's come to the third part.
Als ich Gießwein ausprobiert habe, war das wie ein Spa-Tag für meine Füße. Unglaublicher Komfort und keine Gerüche danach.
So basically now we're talking about the solution, right? So when I tried Gießwein, it was like a spa day for my feet. Incredible, comfortable, no odors afterwards. Basically I can wear it the whole day, and because we are using merino wool, they're breathable, right? So a lot of like very important things that we're talking about. So we're coming from the problem straight into the solution, making a very nice transition into showing the product being used through it. So it's like something like a companion, right? That you can use that solves your issues.
Und das 3D-Strickdesign ist super flexibel und stützend. Kein Unbehagen oder unangenehme Gerüche mehr. Nur unglaublicher Komfort. Es ist, als würde man auf Wolken gehen.
Now in the fourth part, we're talking about product features and benefits, right? She says, and the 3D knit design is super flexible and supportive. And no more discomfort or unpleasant odor, just incredible comfort. It's like walking on clouds. So what does it do? Basically, it mentions a technical detail, 3D knit, and immediately translates them into benefit. Flexible, supportive, like walking on clouds, right? As we don't want to be like some random shoe, we really want to show like a new mechanism. It's a very sophisticated market, shoes. So we want to bring in a new mechanism, which is merino wool, which is a very specific fiber, with then this 3D knit like technical detail to show people, oh look, there's some sort of innovation, right? So this is like very important.
Niemand, auch nicht du, sollte Kompromisse machen müssen bei Schuhen.
So the fifth part is social proof and authority, and especially reaffirmation. So what she says is nobody, not even you, should have to compromise on shoes. So basically it established a universal rule that reinforced the viewer's decision, right? So it validates the viewer's need for quality and comfort. It builds an us against the problem mentality. So it also prepares the psychological conclusion by presenting the purchase in the next sequence.
Glaub mir, deine Füße und deine Liebsten werden es dir danken.
And here's the call to action. Basically, for this reason, you should definitely try Gießwein. Believe me, your feet and your loved ones will thank you. So we again reiterate to the beginning where we're like having this embarrassing feeling. And now we're saying, well, not only your feet will love you, but also like your loved ones will be happy that you have done it. So the embarrassment is gone. And as you have seen, we've spent 100K. We had over 600 purchases and it went very good for us. What I now want to show you is basically how the frameworks look like. So you can stop the video and just like go through it. As you can see, do your research. Persona-based creative strategy is like the most important part. We have the hook, then we have the problem, pain points, the solution, transition, right, to the product, features and benefits, the social proof, reaffirmation, and then the call to action. Basically, if you really carefully watch the video, there is no secret hack, right? It's the very simple, the formula we're using here. And I think this is something everyone can use, no matter if you're junior, intermediate, or professional, right? This is something that you can use straight away to make banger UGCs as we are doing it. Okay, very, very important. So while that's exact the meta ad script framework we're using right now in 2026, there will be more videos about scripts in the future because we also like try to have very good script diversity, but for now, really focus on the AIDA script because it's a very easy one to get into. And also at my agency, we ship over 500 ads every single month. And if you're a brand spending over 50K a month on Meta and you want this exact system applied to your account, scan the QR code or click the first link in the description and book a call with me. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. I'm trying to reply to all of them. See you next week in another video. Peace.